Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name's Leah and this is the Leah Way, and this is the setup of my self-care Wonderland 222 B6 all-in-one stacked planner. That is a mouthful. So I decided that I was going to continue on my well-being and journey through journaling. I used I'll show you. This was this year's, so I used the week's planner and it was successful, but I'm actually wanting to log more. So this was really health and well-being, and what I was trying to track at the time was like habits and my how I was feeling and any symptoms, etc. But now I want to log a little bit more. This is much more personal. This is a personal planner. So I thought I'd take you through how I'm going to set it up. Before we get into it, this is not a full setup. This is what I'm going to do with it. I won't be able to fully set this up until I have opened all of my advent calendars. I've got 2 coming because they will have setups for 2024, but I can tell you what's going to go into it. So hopefully that helps you. So I have got the Moterm B6 Pebble Planner in black. I got this from a D-stash. I don't buy off of... Every time I go to buy it off of AliExpress, I get anxious and I can't buy it. So I just buy it off D-stashes when I see them. I'm not precious about the colour of my cover because I just need the cover. I just really like having these covers because it holds so much more than just the planner. Anyway, let me move those out of the way. So let's open this. What I love about this as well is you've got a lot of room in here, which is great. So first of all, I've just got placeholders in here at the moment. I have the Moterm washi tape card, which comes with the, which came with this one, not with all of them. I have this, which came, it's a journaling card, which came in my Illumicrate box. I just thought it was a really beautiful illustration. I think I'm going to laminate it before it gets more raggedy. And I have another journaling card from the Coffee Monsters Co., which came with a D-stash that I ordered. It just came free, so she gave me that, which was really cute. It's got a little mushroom on it, it's so cute. And at the moment, I've got some sticky notes from Adori. These are the small ones. They fit really well in here, and others. I really like them, and I got this from a D-stash, which is a little bookmark, which I just think is super cute. So I've just got it in here for now. I will obviously add things, take things away. I'll put my favourite stickers in here. I've got this that I hopefully will fit into. I'll put a ruler in, stuff like that. But this is my little A6 one, which has all of my little character stickers. It's so good. This is a Traveller's Notebook, I think. Yeah, Traveller's Notebook one. I love that. So cute. And I want to, I'd love to get an even smaller one that I can just fit in here. Just like a little book with like little tiny things in. I think there is one that, but if anybody can recommend one, that'd be great. So here's the blank page. I aim to decorate this when I get my stuff from the advent calendars that I'm getting. And then here we go. So we'll go into... So I won't be using these as like key and index. I have got ideas for these. I did show them in my 100 ways to use your Wonderland 222 planner and decided based on that what I'm going to do. So on the key page, I'm going to do an about me. This is such a personal planner and I just want to remind myself about who I am and why I'm doing this. And, you know, I've already done this in other planners and I think it really helped me to get some stuff down. So I want to do an about me. It'll be decorated, it won't be loads of text, but I just want to write down like my values and who I am, which I really enjoy. I've got a word of the year, which is unity, and that's because I got married this year, yay! And it was a union. It definitely helped to put that stability into our family, so I love that. So I wanted to have that as my word of the year, and everything else as well. You know, I'm doing a lot of planning, I'm doing a lot of stuff, work, YouTube, and I just want to unify everything. So I thought that was really good. And then every year, and I've done this since I was about 13 years old. So instead of doing a New Year's resolution, I do 10 achievable tasks for the year. I've done this every year. And I just enjoy jotting down 10 things that I could do in the year that are really achievable, that would make me feel like I've accomplished something. So things like, I really dislike sun-dried tomatoes, but I want to like them, the same as I did with olives. And actually, I do like them now because of this. I would like to learn to like them. And I feel like it's one of those things you just have to keep trying and trying and trying until you like them. So I have to try one again this year. I haven't done it this year. So next year it is on the list. If I do it, then I've achieved it, which is great. Things like trying a different genre of book, or going to a new place, or trying a new recipe, or being more conscious about eating vegetarian food, or something, just anything that is going to be achievable, not a weight loss goal, not a learning a new language goal, not a quitting, something that you enjoy that you shouldn't be doing, not a going to the gym every day. Like those, I feel are too overwhelming for me. And I have ADHD, so I find achievable tasks so much more rewarding. Excuse me. I don't know about you, but I definitely do. And then I will use this maybe as an index, because there is going to be a lot of things that I want to capture. So I will do and just use this primarily as an index, or a pen test, whatever I feel like. So let's move on. So we've got our 4-year. Ultimately, I never use these for much because I just don't flick back to them, but I do use them for period tracking. So last year I used a different way, but this year I'm just going to use this because this is my personal one and I can do. I do tend to just mark off the days as well in my normal catch-all. But this one is just going to be purely for my period tracking, especially as I'm perimenopausal, or I think I am. So, it's going to come. And at the moment, for example, today, I'm having terrible ovary ache because I am ovulating. So it gets worse. It just seems to get worse. So I just want to plan that out and see what's going on. I think I have about 40 periods a year, even though they're meant to be once a month. I feel like they happen all the time. So I just want to track that. And at least then it's just for my mind's sake, it will help. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yearly one. I'm struggling with this one, if I'm honest. I might put it down to time off work, because that will help me to see in one fell swoop how much time I can break and plan out what I'm going to do, because I don't take enough time off work. We do get 5 weeks that we can take, and I do want to just make sure that next year I do take the time. So I might just use it for identifying where that would be a good place to do it. We'll see. My quarterly planner. In this one, it's going to be a meal planner. I only cook for me and my wife because the kids, they have sensory issues around food. So they get what they get. Like they have like 3 things they like. So there you go. That's what you're having. So I'm not going to be meal planning for them so much, but it will help to meal plan, especially because me and my wife are wanting to just be a bit more adventurous with what we're cooking. And obviously we just want to keep being more healthy when it comes towards our dinners, and also budgeting. Meal planning helps with your budget. And we did do it a lot last year. We haven't done it so much this year. We did it a lot last year and it worked really well. So I think we're going to go back to it, and this is a really good way of doing it. And if you meal plan in a quarterly plan, you can see, you could just duplicate this into this one and you wouldn't be bored, would you? You could have the same meals over 3 months and do it every 3 months and you wouldn't be bored of it, would you? I don't think so anyway, rather than the same meals every week anyway. So it'd be quite cool. Especially if you had like a low budget week and you could then bring it over into another month. I think that'd be great. Routine tracker. This notes page, I am going to keep it just as notes, I think. I'm probably not going to put too much on there. We'll see. So we've got a routine tracker. I use routine trackers. I was doing them every week, but I actually think I find monthlies much better when it comes to identifying patterns. And I'm going to be doing my mood tracker down here, because I like to identify the moods and I like to do it in a pattern like this. And then I'm going to be doing my other trackers, my habits, and routine trackers up here. So I think that's really fun. And I do try and keep them, I do it quite well actually. I might do weekly ones for things like vitamins and stuff and then transport them over because it keeps me on track seeing them in the week. But we'll see, because let's go to here. So we've got the December overview, which is going to be my food plan. Now, I did do one and I showed it in a video, but I've got rid of all of those pieces of paper now, which is really annoying. But essentially, I'll be able to work out what sort of breakfast, lunch, dinners and snacks I want to get this week. This month, because this is monthly. And then stuff that I maybe want to try, and recipes that I want that I've looked up and I want to use. And then I want to put in, you know, just an idea of what I want to do. And I know this is really catered towards food, but food really does help my mental health and well-being, because my whole world has always been around that. And I want to be more thoughtful about that. So that needs to go in here. I'm going to do a daily gratitude in my monthly, which I love doing gratitude logs. I find something that I can be grateful for every day. I've always enjoyed doing it, and having it in a monthly spread is just lovely. I'm really looking forward to doing that. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do in this space. It might just be deco in the end, but we'll see. And then for the weeklies on these spreads, I am going to be doing, boom, daily journaling. So I don't need a lot of space to write my feelings, but I want somewhere to write my feelings. So that's going to be going in these little bits here. And I just think that that is the perfect space for me. It's not too wide. It's not too thin. I think these are going to work really well. And during the week is a lot easier. These being stacked is going to be so much more helpful, because I will barely use these because I barely have time to do journaling at that point. So I don't feel like I'm wasting a whole page, and I just feel a bit better about it. And then in the dailies, we have got our, actually I've just missed a bit, haven't I? Because we've got the review. So in the review, it'll be things I've liked, things I've enjoyed, and I'm going to be doing a bit of a, although I've put food plan here, I will talk about the ones that I've liked, but also just everything that's gone well in the month, mental health and well-being in that month. I'm going to look at all of the moods, tracking and all the tracking that I've done. If there's been any production or productivity, then I'll put that all in here. And I feel like that's going to work for me because it's quite personal. Going back to the dailies, I'm just going to make a to-do list every day in here. Rather than use my weeklies, I'm just going to do that in here, and I'll brain dump as well. And I might do similar to what I've seen, where I can brain dump everything that I need to do. This will be my daily to do, but if I need to brain dump stuff for the rest of the week, it will go in here. And then whatever the highlight is. Now, I will split it down into 3, but I will probably decorate these because I want to. I think they're beautiful pages. So I'm going to do that every day, whether or not I use it a day a page or half a day a page, and I'll see how it goes. Because I'm decorating, it'll probably be a day a page. But I'm pleased that I've got this now for that. And it will help me just to keep myself organised. And this is my to-do list. It's not a to-do list for the family per se. It's more about getting myself on track. One thing I really struggle to do is be mindful of cleaning. So I do tidy and I do clean, but I don't think about it first. So it's not my first thought. So I have to be really, really mindful of it. So I need to have like a to-do list of stuff that I need to do in that day. Otherwise I'll forget to do it. I always make my bed every morning because I've got into a habit of doing that. Like that is a habit now. But things like putting the washing on, taking the washing out, putting them in the dryer, taking them out, putting them away, I just don't do it. I mean, my wife is doing it anyway most of the time, and it makes me feel guilty because it's not my first thought because there's somebody else doing it. And in some weird way, I'm like, oh, someone else is doing it, so I don't need to think about that. That isn't part of my brain, but I need to reintroduce it and get back into the habit, because when I was on my own and single, I was doing those things myself, of course. So I want to get back into that. I want to show more willing around the house, and I want to be more mindful about things that I do, keeping things clean. I mean, my office, I cleaned it recently and it's back to square one. But it won't take long to tidy it, but that's when it gets into a little, like, I get into a rut. Having ADHD, I don't know if anybody else has ADHD, but for me, how it presents itself is I become very distracted and I procrastinate quite a lot when it comes to house stuff. I've done that all my life and I have to really concentrate and then it become a habit, like making my bed. And I will put that in as a habit tracker because I want to keep it as a habit. But I didn't ever do it. Like, for a really long time, I never made my bed. I just got out of bed and just went and did what I wanted to do. And that was like through my teenager like status. And then when I suddenly started living on my own, I was like, what? I can just at least make my bed. And I felt that my mental health was better because I was making my bed. So little things like that I want to be able to do. It's like having a cleaning log maybe and doing stuff and just doing it without being asked. And it's something I feel really guilty about. And so that guilt then makes my mental health bad. So it is definitely something that will help my well-being. So that's going to go in the daily pages. I hope that this has helped. I don't know whether it's what a setup video for you would want to see, but I will be showing, once I've set it up, I will show you what it looks like. That will be in December at some point. So come back and I'll show you how it's working. And then throughout, I'll do plan with me throughout. Obviously, there'll be personal stuff, so I won't be showing you everything, but I can show you some of it. Like, nobody really reads the personal stuff, do they? So I can show you ones that I feel like I can show you, and I can cover bits up if I really need to, can't I? So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Comment down below if you've got anything that you'd like to add, anything that you'll be using your planner for. Have you got the Wonderland 222? Have you got a different planner? Have you got a self-care planner? I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to subscribe, it would really make my day if you do. You don't have to. There's no pressure whatsoever. But if you do, it will make my day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.